champions and the boxing superstars, where are you? I'm waiting, let's fight. I'm the most avoided boxer.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Alright, so in this video, I want to talk about 3 different topics in one. Make sure you guys pay attention to the timestamps so you can, hear about what you want to hear. But we'll start with topic number 1. Jesus Ramos, the 154-pound contender. They have announced that he will be featured on the Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford undercard. And he's got a great opponent. I really like this fight for Jesus Ramos. I think it's a good step up. I feel like it's the right fight at the right time for a guy like him. He'll be taking on fringe contender, but a guy that's been in there with some of the biggest names at 154 in Sergio Garcia. And that's a good fight because we know Sergio Garcia, if we just look through his career, his resume, his CV, so to speak, he's defeated guys like Ted Cheeseman. He's been in there with guys like Sebastian Fundora, Gabe Fundora, a really good fight. I felt like, he did a lot better than the scorecards indicated in that fight. And he didn't get credit for his performance in that fight. Fought Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison schooled him. But he's been in there. And I feel like he's a good measuring stick for any fighter in the junior middleweight division to, see where they're at. And, Ramos, I feel like when you look at PBC fighters, he's probably one of the PBC fighters that's been moved the best. I mean, if you look at his career, got out to a really slow start. A lot of fights in Mexico, a lot of guys with bad records. But then, in boxing, like anything in life, if you do something consistently enough at a high level, you eventually get recognized. You eventually get that investment put behind you. And look at his last, his last 5 fights. Last 5 fights are as follows: Javier Molina, Brian Mendoza, Vladimir Hernandez, Luke Santamaria, Joey Spencer, and now Sergio Garcia. So I feel like his last 6 fights are as good as any young PBC fighters there is. And, I still think, once, if he does what he's supposed to do against a guy like Sergio Garcia, then I would like an even better step up for him. I would like maybe like a Brian Castano for him because those are the kind of guys I feel like he should be fighting. He's a big, tall, strong, southpaw, intelligent fighter, can box, can slug, can do a lot of good things in the ring. So I feel like that's going to be a great addition to the card. And I think PBC's being very smart. They're stacking this undercard full of Mexican fighters that, because the fight, Mexican fighters sell a lot of tickets. So I believe Isaac Cruz fighting Giovanni Cabrera on the Crawford Spence undercard. Now you got one of the most exciting young Mexican-American fighters on the card in Jesus Ramos. So, it's shaping up to be a good card on the 29th for Crawford Spence. So, yeah, there's that. Switching gears, another news. We got another fight happening. Number 1 contender at super middleweight, Christian and Billy. Probably one of the most exciting fighters in boxing, style-wise. I don't know if he'll ever win a world title, but he's definitely, one of the most exciting fighters in the sport. 24-20. 24-0 with 20 knockouts, I should say. The number 1 contender for Canelo's title at in the WBC. He's coming off of a very, very impressive performance against Carlos Gongora. And he's been doing his damn thing. I feel like and Billy's been getting overlooked in this division a lot because he's not American and he hasn't been shoved down the casual boxing fans' throat as far as being on television or with reporters running around saying how great he is. But I've seen him fight. And I really do think he's someone that should get more attention paid to him in the super middleweight division. Because his last 2 fights are about as good as most of these guys done at 68. He beat Vaughn Alexander, he beat Carlos Gongora. So he's definitely doing his thing, and he's definitely making his presence felt. But y'all can say the date. He's got his next fight coming up. The date will be August 19th at the Videotron Center. And I believe it's on the undercard of Beterbiev. Yeah, it's going to be on the undercard of Beterbiev versus Callum Smith. So interesting stuff there from them, Billy. He'll be taking on Desmond Nicholson, or Damon Nicholson. The same Nicholson that's fought, guys like Jesse Hart, Edgar Berlanga, and Demetrius Andrade. Now, Nicholson, very durable, very tough. He was the first guy to take Edgar Berlanga the distance and ended the knockout streak. He also, had some good moments in the Andrade fight, but obviously lost the fight. The only guy that's really stopped Nicholson was Jesse Hart many years ago when they fought for like a regional title. Jesse Hart stopped him in 7 rounds. So, it'll be a good fight for Billy, because if he can knock him out and do what Andrade and Berlanga couldn't do, then it's going to be a bit of a statement for him. And I feel like, you know, it'll be to the point where now you look at his last 3 wins, it will have been Carlos Gongora, it would have been Vaughn Alexander, Carlos Gongora, and now Desmond Nicholson. And those are all good names, good bodies to have on your resume in the super middleweight division. At that point, I'm gonna tell you like this: if he goes out there and he stops Desmond Nicholson, I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna say, look, either Canelo drops the belts, or we gotta we gotta start talking about Christian and Billy. Maybe Benavidez gotta fight Christian and Billy. Maybe one of these other guys in the PBC stable that's being talked about by the media. Maybe they gotta go see Christian and Billy, because he's earned the shot to be in the big fights and go to the big dance. But you know, he can't go to the big dance if he don't beat Desmond Nicholson. And look, for Nicholson, right? I don't think he'll beat Billy, because he never beats anybody in these fights. But I would like to see him do it, because I know he, from what I've remember hearing, is he has like a job, you know. And I like when fighters who have like 9-to-5 jobs who also train, because that's so hard to do. I respect it so much. I hope he gets the upset, you know, just because I like stories like that. So should be a good fight, you know. I'll definitely have it circled on my calendar. I'll highlight it on the undercard of that. Should be an interesting state of affairs to see how Billy looks in his next fight against a very durable game challenger in you know, Desmond Nicholson. But switching gears to the last topic of the video, and this is a women's boxing update. Now, Kim Clavel, the fighting pride of Canada, you know, she we do know that Kim Clavel, last time most of us seen Kim Clavel, she got her shit split and got destroyed by Jessica Neri Plata right there in her hometown. But it was a great fight. It was really entertaining. I really did enjoy the fight. Since that fight, she's won a fight. She won a fight in May against 9-2 Noemi Ariano Reyes, and now she's right back in a big fight. And y'all can say the date. The date is October the 7th. Kim Clavel will be taking on Evelyn Bermudez. You know, the same Evelyn Bermudez that Yocosta Valle beat not too long ago to become unified champion. But then Yocosta Valle dropped the belts, and then now Bermudez has won the vacant belts. So Bermudez is a good fighter. Bermudez has been in there with a lot of quality names. You know, Yoka Valle probably being the most notable, but you know, definitely a fight for Kim Clavel. She wins this fight, now she's unified champion at light flyweight, and that would reopen the possibility for her to potentially fight Sinisa Estrada. And that was a fight where before she lost to Jessica Neri Plata, that was a fight where, you know, they were talking about they want to get $1 million paydays, and you know, Kim Clavel is still one of the most skilled fighters in women's boxing. So you know, this fight will be in Laval, Quebec City, Canada. So shout out to Laval and the Laval Rockets, you know, the AHL hockey team. But that's what it is. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Kim rebounds from the loss and takes on, you know, Bermudez, because Bermudez definitely one of the better fighters in this weight class, and she did beat Tania Enriquez the last fight. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what we got. That's what we got for the what's going on in boxing. We got Jesus Ramos taking on Sergio Garcia. We got Christian and Billy back to fight Desmond Nicholson on the Better BF Smith undercard, and Kim Clavel gets another shot to become unified champion against Evelyn Bermudez in October. So that's what's going on in box right now. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.